These two guys are by adjustable blocking backs, and they go a super split. They'll create a super split at the called hole. So right now we've got a 4-hole called, and they tap these two guys here. They make this super split. They kind of insert almost to the line of scrimmage, but not quite. They're still in the backfield, so we can run counters and things this way. But they're ISO blocking straight up. And then I've got 2 running backs here, which I can have a power group, a quarterback passing group, a shifty group, a speed group. Works out great. And we're using as this main part of this formation is a butt-to-butt split block, or what some people call a part block. So these guys go that way and these guys go through. And so you can see the back shifting here. Sorry, those are the running backs. Here are the blocking backs. We shifted to the 6-hole. I think the Beast Offense and Beast Tank were mean. Well, you need to check out Beast FATCat. It adds a new layer to the Beast with movable blockers and shifting running back lanes. And it's the crazy cousin of the Beast and Beast Tank, Beast Worm, and Beast Spread formations that I kind of keep secret. And it's been secret because it's been winning me some Super Bowls. Some of you guys have seen it in my Power Wing Beast Offense version 1 and 2. I've called it Fat and Cake, and it's been an unstoppable formation at youth football for me, with these plays being adjustable with audible blocking backs, line and lane. It's kind of crazy, and it has been super sweet to us over since 2017, almost a decade now. Here it is, Beast Fat at the 4-hole. And the unique thing about what's going on here is you've got adjustable blocking backs. And let me pull this down. These two guys are by adjustable blocking backs, and they go a super split. They'll create a super split at the called hole. So right now we've got a 4-hole called, and they tap these two guys here. They make this super split. They kind of insert almost to the line of scrimmage, but not quite. They're still in the backfield, so we can run counters and things this way. But they're ISO blocking straight up. And then I've got 2 running backs here, which I can have a power group, a quarterback passing group, a shifty group, a speed group. Works out great. And we're using as this main part of this formation is a butt-to-butt split block, or what some people call a part block. So these guys go that way and these guys go through. And so you can see the back shifting here. Sorry, those are the running backs. Here are the blocking backs. We shifted to the 6-hole. We're going to shift to the 8 with those guys. You see how they're shifting to the called hole? And then my way outside hole is called at. So they've moved out here. And we've got some formation tags to even split them further out. And then here's one at the 3-hole. They come backside. You can see the super split, and they're doing that. So the reason I'm making the video today is one of the coach that is running it heavily, is going to run it heavily this year. It was asking me about how I'm adjusting the split call and the part block with the backs and the offensive line. So let's go through that. And that's the key to this. Now, you don't have to use this kind of adjustable blocking backs or back just with this offense. You can use this with any offense. Matter of fact, Homer Rice from the 60s or 50s was using it with his short tee. But this is an adjustable system. But let's talk about this first thing first, which is the split block that we use in our rules around that. So here's the split block. I've got it in an even set here instead of the overload. But you can see the guys are going to split. The number one rule for the split block is we're not going to split on a down lineman that's sitting here. So, you know, because we've got a linebacker who's backed off 3 yards, we'll make the split. But if he comes down or there's a guy there and we've called it, we're not going to split. We're going to close down and make the call on our normal plays and the split block. So you can see how that works. So if we've got the bubble hole here and the linebacker's back, 3 yards off the LOS, then we're good to go. But if he comes down in there, we may close that tight end down and block down or draw down on him there. So let's go and talk about some of the things with this FATCat or cake or the FAT formation, how we did with it. We have some calls, Olga, Inga, Olga 2, Chow, Chow, Chow. And so we can talk about those in larger slides, and let's do that here. So here's the FATCat. We're in an even versus overload. So there's no down defender in the 5-hole that we've called. So you can see that. So the 2 blocking backs are basically going to lead on this dude at the linebacker level. The lead blocker is going to come through, which is crazy, a lot of blockers at a point of attack, and that's why this thing works, and you can see that play here. But let's say we've called this at 5-hole and we've got a guy that comes down. Now the offensive line and the blocking backs are going to communicate and make the adjustments, and here they've decided to close down the split, the super split, and go Olga, which Olga for O means outside. So Y will now block down on the down defender. 3 and 4, we usually have them move out, but you could have them still stand behind the Y, but they'll now come out, and we've shifted the hole outside, and it looks like I haven't shifted that hole completely, but these guys should be coming here. The blocking back should be coming here. So that's what's going on with that. So we're going 1 hole out with Olga, maybe 2, but basically we're saying, hey, backs, we're going outside. And it's up to the blocking backs to communicate with the 2 running backs on what that particular adjustment is. And the linemen are going to help with that and communicate amongst themselves on what's going on there. Now here we have just an Olga call, so we're not going to close down. They've decided that this number 5 guy who's come down into the super split, 4 can easily get him, and there's no other kind of defender that's going to get there. So everything's going to kind of remain the same. It's still going to be a split block there. And 3, though, will go to the Olga side along with the lead back, and so now they're going 1 hole out, and the 4 will just pick up that inside guy on that block, and you can see it here and how that guy will come out. And let's see, and then we've got an Inga call too, which Inga for I means inside. So these guys get up here. They've decided they're not going to close down or whatever. They've got a big bubble hole right here that looks pretty good. We're still going to we're going to split now, and they're going to communicate to these 2 guys. They're going to split. 4 is going to come through, and it's usually the opposite blocking back of the Inga Olga call that will actually lead through the new hole, and the regular back will sit here. So he's the outside back. He's going to make the block. The inside guy will lead through with the blocking back here. And that's the Inga call here. And he's got to communicate to these 2 guys that they're going to make the split on this inside call. Now, I've run this at 9U and older. It may be with an experienced team. It might be a little bit harder for a non-experienced team. Here we have a closed. So you can see Y closed down. We made a whole new super split here in the middle, which looks good. There was a big bubble hole. So they've adjusted here, closed it Inga, and went inside with that. So you can see how that's working. And then let's see. And now we've got what I call chow. We've been running chow with multiple formations for a long time. And when we call chow, that means the blocking back or the sniffer is going to insert himself onto the line of scrimmage. So you can see here, we've got a down lineman. They've called just chow, and 4 is going to insert himself onto the line of scrimmage, make this split block here. 3 is still going to be backed off so he can do any motion or whatever we want to do with him. Lead blocks coming through, the running backs coming through. So we didn't feel like that guy was going to be that big of a deal for 4 to have to totally reroute the running backs. And then let's see here, chow chow is when both are going to, the guy's a little bit bigger. We don't want to reroute for whatever reason. Those 2 are going to insert themselves onto the line of scrimmage and then double team that guy out of the hole. And we've got the lead back coming through. And so that's how we're dealing with these, the Olga, Inga, chow chow calls and the close for this FATCat formation here. And what's interesting about the formation, and I'll just talk about it real quick, is we can basically call like FATCat right, and then the backs and the line, the blocking backs and the backs, and with the ill line, they can actually adjust to the open bubble hole. So you don't really have to call with more experienced teams. They can just audible the running lane route, the blocking back routes, and the blocking call on their own. So basically you can run this against any defense and find the bubble holes. And even if they start blitzing or putting guys in, there's a stealth call and a bunch of other stuff. So stay tuned, because I'm working on this FATCat offense. What I've done is I've pulled in Fat, Cake, and Hellcat and Wildcat from all of these different playbooks that I've been talking about, these adjustable blocking backs, and tried to put it into this new FATCat offense that I'll probably be releasing maybe late this year or for next season. If you want a draft of this now, let me know. I might be able to package something up. It's got just basically real stuff from all of my different playbooks that I'm putting into one and still trying to basically package it up for you. But this is how to run the adjustable blocking, the adjustable rerouting of backs within the new FATCat or Beast Fat or Beast Cake formations that we've been highly successful with. It really, this formation has been moving, I think, the Beast offense that I've been running since '94, more into the kind of modern age. Well, almost, but it's definitely got all these adjustable blocking calls, reroutes, everything at the line of scrimmage, which is really moving it into kind of the modern age here, and gives us a little bit more counteraction with one of those backs backed off. And this came from a Notre Dame box formation that I was running, along with the Power Eye kind of ace looking adjustable blocker thing that I was running. And we had lost a quarterback one game, and before the game we installed this and basically ran out that season and won the Super Bowl against a stacked team. So this is we've gotten in several Super Bowls and championship games since 2017 with this as a base formation, of course, along with Beast and some Speed Wing and some other thing, GunT, that we've run. But this is kind of a mainstay secret sauce that I've been running for many seasons now. And again, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org talking about the new FATCat offense that's coming out and the adjustable blockers and shifting lanes and how that works. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments. Remember to subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org and BeastOffense.com. Hope to see you guys next time. And again, let me know if you want a draft copy. It'd probably be like $9.99, and I can get it to you. Just let me know. See you guys again. Ciao. Bye.